Okay, I'm on Lesson 8, page 256. We're going to be inserting shapes. So the step-by-step says to open the travel from the data files. So I have my student data files for Lesson 8 there, and so I'm going to open the travel. And it should be opening. There we go. Okay, and then it says on the View tab, change the view to 100%. My view must have been. So click on the Insert tab and click the Shapes button to display the Shapes menu. In the Block Arrows section, so block arrows down here, click the curved down arrow. Curved down arrow shapes. Should be this one maybe? Curved down arrow, okay. The insertion point turns to a crosshair, so you can see my insertion points now like a big plus sign. Place the crosshair above the female's head. Then click and drag down towards the small far island to create the arrow. So like this. I'm going to create, okay. If necessary, you may need to adjust the arrow so that it closely matches figure 824 on the next page. Don't worry about the color, we'll be looking at that. But I have about the same shape. The color of the arrow is another shade of blue, so you want the arrow to stand out. With the arrow still selected, the next step is to change the arrow to a lighter color to make it more visible. Click the Shape Fill. So right here I have my Format tabs open, so Shape Fill. And select Yellow. The yellow fill is a good choice. Resize the height to 0.06. It's my height over here. I'm going to change it to 0.06 or 0.6. And the width to 1.82. Okay. You can resize from the size group or open the layout dialog box. Some adjustments may be needed. Another change that you would like to make is increasing the weight of the outline and adding color to the outline. So click Shape Outline, drop down arrow to open the menu, select Weight, and then change the weight to 1.5. Click the Shape drop down arrow again and change the color to a light green. Okay. So it looks like I need to move mine up. It's a little too low. It's covering the head. Move it. There we go. Say the document is travel outing in the lesson folder on your drive or on the desktop. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go to my desktop. Okay, on to the step-by-step at the bottom of page 257. Open a blank document. At the top of the document, key Margie's Travel Agency. Press Shift-Enter to insert a line break. Then key Exciting Places to See. If I do my Show Hide, it should show that, yes, I had a line break there. Okay. Select Margie's Travel Agency and change the font to Cambry and font size to 36 point. Select Exciting Places to See. Then change the font size to 24 point and center. By using the line break, both headings move to the center. Deselect the text and press Enter twice. On the Insert tab, click the Shapes button, and then click New Drawing Canvas. The New Drawing Canvas frame appears on the document. You can also use the Drawing Tools Format tab. Click the More button in the Insert Shapes group. So right here is my More button. Then select Oval. Here's my oval. Place the crosshair in the upper left part of the frame of the canvas and draw a 1 inch shape in height and 1.5 shape in width. So I'm going to kind of guess here to start, but then I can go over here and change it to 1 inch and 1.5. When you finish drawing, you can resize the object to the size group. Click the More button, then click Trapezoid from the Basic Shape group. Oh, let me see if I can find the trapezoid from my basic shape. There's my trapezoid. Trapezoid has 2 parallel sets of lines, or 1 set of parallel lines. And draw a shape below the oval. The dimensions will be 1.96 and a width of 1.96. Okay. Okay. In the same group, in the Shapes menu, select Regular Pentagon. Right, here's my pentagon. It's 5-sided. Place the cursor in the upper right side of the canvas next to the circle. Begin drawing with dimensions of 1.14 in height and 1.83 in width. Oh. And select the cube shape from the same group, and then place the regular and place below the pentagon. Let's frame. Here should be regular cube. So 1.59 height and 1.61 width. Okay. Save the document as Margie's Excursions in your lesson, in your folder, or on the desktop. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay. Then let's continue with the step-by-step. Select both the oval and regular pentagon. So if I oval and then I hold down the Control key and select the pentagon. Don't forget to hold Shift key when you're selecting the second object. When objects are selected, the group command in the Arrange group becomes activated. So let me find the group right here. Okay. Click the drop-down arrow by group, then select Group. The object's now placed in the border indicating these two are grouped together. So that way if I move one, the other one's going to move with it. Group the remaining 2 objects. So again, hold them, select them both, group, and now those 2 are grouped together. Now move the selected group so that it lays over the top of the other group. Notice that both of the shapes in the groups move together. So let me just do this. In the Arrange group, there are 2 more commands that you will use for these objects. These are Bring Forward and Send Backwards. Let's format the objects with different colors using this next command. With the trapezoid and cube selected, that's what I have selected, click Shape Fill, and then select Blue, Accent 5, Darker. Darker 50%. Right there. The objects now have a darker fill color, and you think it would look better if the darker color was in the back instead of the front. With the objects still selected, select Send Backwards in the Arrange group. So now they went behind. The lighter objects are placed in front of the darker objects. Well, let me kind of move them up a little bit. Go ahead and save the document as Margie's Excursion Objects and you can go ahead and close the file. I'm going to go ahead and stop with this step-by-step here, and we'll pick up on page 259.